Hi there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining us on another episode of Knuckle Up featuring Mike Orr at 4. And today, as promised yesterday, we have a special guest.
Yes, we do.
And yes, we do indeed. Yet another young, fantastic fighter coming out of America who's ready, willing, and able to talk to us. Who do you got lined up there, Big Mike?
Who I have today for us, ladies and gentlemen watching around the world. Yes, he's here. We have Haven, the Hitman Brady Jr. 2-0, 2 knockouts, one of Top Rank's new prospects. He's come to the studio here to have a chat with us today about his wonderful rise in the ranks and his and the fact that he's going to school. Man, I can't wait to talk to him about this.
I hope you ask him whether Tommy Hearns has contacted him.
You mean Eddie Hearns?
Eddie Hearns? No, Tommy Hearns. For Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
All right. Well, honestly, I can't wait to talk to this kid, man. Graham and the folks around there. This guy is a professional boxer, and he's, you know what? He's right now he's juggling university, man. He's got a 6-course load apparently, and trying to go for his master's in biology. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's juggling that. We're definitely going to get him in here in a minute. And
boxing is called the sweet science, so maybe anatomy is part of that biology course.
Hey, maybe with all this anatomy, it's helping him with these knockouts, man. Maybe he knows exactly where to hit.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to you later. Have fun with the interview.
Yes, man, I will. All right, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Haven, how are you?
I'm good. How about you? I'm good.
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's nice for you to finally come on and join us. The fans around the world want to see you on here, and we want to get down to business and talk about you and your wonderful career and the fact that you're juggling some crazy school right now too. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about that. How's that going? Like I've heard that you're at Clark Atlanta University right now as a biology major. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just changed my major to business management.
Okay. Yeah, you also you've got a degree in business management from college already, correct?
Right, correct. Associate's degree.
Awesome. That's like how did you how do you find it to manage both, your academics and your professional career right now? Do you find it difficult to juggle both, or do you just you have everything planned, timed, and you got an agenda that's very strict? And is that how you do it all?
Yes,
can you fill us in?
Yes, that's how I do. I just stay on the timely manner schedule, and do everything on the list. I try to write down my list every day and go by my list so I can have time for everything that need to be done. So it's not too hard, but I mean it's life. It's always gonna be challenging. Life not easy, so I mean I make the best of it, and I do do good.
Definitely. Well, it looks like you're doing great, man. Honestly, you're 2-0 right now in your professional career with 2 knockouts. You debuted under the bubble. You signed a multi-year deal to Top Rank.
Mm-hmm.
Can you run us through the emotions that you were feeling the minute you got that call and were asked to join the Top Rank team?
Probably like any other kid, probably one of the best feelings in the world, especially doing just something you've been doing almost your whole life. And the amateurs was fine and stuff, but now you on the biggest stage with being with Top Rank, about fighting on TV is I can't ask for anything more. So it's just a great feeling, and I'm proud to be on there.
So you debuted in the bubble. Can you run us through that experience? I know like a lot of athletes you were confined. Like I heard you were picked up from a limo and then kind of like rushed away and kind of isolated until your fight. Can you run us through that whole experience when you did that?
The experience, it was okay since it was my first fight. I really don't know what it is fighting outside the bubble. So all that was new and the first to me, But picking you up from the limo from the airport was nice, and we get to the hotel, and then we take our COVID test, and most from then on we stay in a room for the rest of the time until it's time to weigh in and fight and eat twice a day. But other than that, we stay in the hotel the whole time and just give me time to focus to get my mind ready for the fight and just keep playing the fight in my head and just be ready for showtime.
Did it? Do you find that it helped maybe settle the nerves for the first fight on TV?
Yeah, I
Being
think
able to.
so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good thing that I start off in the bubble. Where I ain't hear the crowd. I could tune into my coaches a lot. I ain't have the crowd yelling, saying oohs and ahs, and me trying to go get a knockout or trying harder than I should. So it just kind of made me calm and settle, and I think that was a good thing.
Honestly, I watched both your fights in the bubble, and you know what? You looked like a pro already. That had time in the ring. You looked calm. You knew exactly what to do. You knew how to handle yourself, and yeah, you did listen to your coaches very well. Your coach, who are your coaches presently right now? Are you still training with the same team?
Roshan Jones and Otha Jones.
Yeah. So you're still with the same club, and that's Soul City.
Yeah, correct.
Soul City. So how did you hook up with Soul City? Because they're based out of Toledo, Ohio, correct?
I hooked up Coach O in the amateurs. Uh, he kind of scouted me at one of the amateurs, and before that, I had came up here to spar Lil O, and I like the way Lil O move and things like that, and we just talked, and then we kind of connected from there.
So okay, so he's been with you since amateurs. You compiled a record of 65-10 with 30 knockouts, man. Which is an amazing amateur record. You've also, I believe, won a national title and junior Olympics gold medal.
Two
Um,
national and junior Olympics, so it was a total of three.
total of three.
Mhm.
Which do you find is your greatest achievement in the amateurs? Winning that gold.
My greatest achievement in the amateurs is probably the national pal. With that, why I say that's my greatest achievement because that was a national where I had 3 out of 4 stoppages out of my 4 national fights. 3 of them were stoppages, and one of them was on the borderline of stopping. So I felt like that was the biggest compliment. That's something I've been wanting to do since when I first got in the amateurs. I wanted to go to a national and I want to stop all my opponents, and those are the closest I got to it. So I feel like that was a big accomplishment for me.
That is a great accomplishment as an amateur. Even
Mm.
if most of your accomplishments are great. let's
Yes, sir.
let's
Thank
be
you, sir.
real. Gold medals, winning nationals. Not a lot of people can do that.
Mm.
What age did you actually start boxing? Like when you first got into the gym and started throwing gloves.
Um, I I actually started when I was 6, but I didn't really start fighting and training until I was 12. Because I took a long layoff from 6 to 12, juggling between basketball and boxing. And I took a couple years off boxing, and so I say 12 years old. That's when I really said this is what I want to do. I like boxing, and I kind of took it serious.
And is 12 years old the first time that you actually competed as an amateur?
Yeah, that was the first time I actually competed when I was 12. So I really don't count when I was 6. I really don't count that. I really didn't learn too much then. That was just to introduce me to the sport kind of thing.
Right. And then he got bit by the bug.
Right.
That's what it is, man. When you get into this sport young and you learn something like that, man, you tend to get stuck to it and it kind of never leaves you. And it's kind of something
Right.
that you never really forget. But you know what? It's great that you came back to the sport, man, because you got a lot to offer, man. You're a very talented boxer.
Yes, sir.
My fans out here, they've seen you. I put them onto you from time to time, and honestly, I can't wait to see the next time you're in the ring. Any word on the next time you're about to fight, or
June 19th is a set date.
June 19th set date? Do you know who you're fighting yet?
I'm not sure yet. It's a couple opponents they saying, but it's not confirmed yet. So I'll be confirmed in a couple more weeks. So I'll let you know
Awesome.
then.
When you get that confirmation, definitely got to let us know at the Talkin Fight family, man, because we're
Mhm.
gonna definitely watch you, and we'll want to get you back on after that fight for another interview if you so can come on and grace us
Yes,
with your
sir.
presence again.
Anytime. Yes, sir.
Yes, man. So when uh, as you're coming up in the boxing game, do you have any like role models that you looked up to? Any coaches that have really like influenced you throughout your career so far?
Uh, not a coach in particular. I'm kind of like a loner a little bit, so and I just focus on me and I watch from the outside. I watch coaches and I watch different fighters as I grow up. It's nobody in particular. I like Charles Conwell, and I watch him a lot, and he one of the biggest people that I watch as far as fighters. But other than that, it's not nobody in particular really.
Favorite fighters that you've had in the past. Who are your favorite of all time?
My favorite all times, I like Tommy Hitman Hearns. Um, I like Pernell Whitaker. Floyd, definitely Floyd. Um, Roy Jones, and and probably Sugar Ray. Probably some of my favorites.
No, you know what? You've hit a couple of my favorites too.
Right.
Yeah,
A couple of my
definitely some of
favorites.
the greats right there.
Yeah.
If you could spar or fight any one of those greats today, who would it be?
Floyd. I don't know.
Floyd?
They gave him probably as the best of all time, so I just want to, he the only one out of all them that went undefeated. So I just have to test the waters.
Do you find that you try to like are you your style who do you like mimic your style after? Who do you kind of base it off of, do you think? Or is it your own style? You're new.
I base it off a different couple people, but it's just like I put all of them in a jug and just juggle it up, and just come out with just me. You know what I mean? So I don't try to base my style off anyone. I just try to base my style off my best attributes and what I'm good at. So I'm
What's
kind of my own
speaking of
person.
your best attributes, what's your best punch? What do you feel is your statement punch?
Probably my hook and my uppercut. Probably, I think so.
Yeah,
My
those are ones put them to sleep, eh?
right, yeah,
The good night punches.
right.
Speaking of knockouts, yes, you're 2-0 with two knockouts. Perfect record so far. Can you describe the feeling that comes over you when you knock out your opponent?
It's a great feeling. I mean, I think like anybody, I mean, I wouldn't want the fight to go the whole way if it don't have to. If I can get them out of there, hey, I'll get them out of there. But it's not a rush thing. But when I finish the guy, just so much relief and just joy. Today's era, for you to get to the top and be a big name, most of the time you have to knock out your guys. For you to make a big name and big statement. So I'm just gonna continue to knock my opponents out and just keep making it worse and worse.
What a great answer. I love it. I love it. So Haven, you have any short-term goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months to maybe the end of next year?
So my short term goals in boxing. This year I want to get be 6-0 with 6 knockouts, 6 or 7-0 with 6 knockout. By next year I want to be a big prospect, and just continuing to get my name out there, and let people know that it's a new sheriff in town.
The new sheriff in town, Haven Hitman Brady. That's it, man. That name's gonna get known real well. It
Yes, sir.
will
Yes, sir.
definitely, definitely. Oh, yo, I've told my fight fans about you, man. I've told them to lock on and just follow your career, man. Because you know what, you're about to make big waves, man. You know what, you finish fights, man, and that's what boxing needs, man. Finishers, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
And you definitely have the ability to finish, man.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank
what do you want to be known for when you leave this game? When you're done, you hang it up, and you put your university and college degrees to work, and you're finished with the sport. What do you want to be known for? Your legacy.
you. All around, I want to be known as a good role model, and someone who influenced other fighters and other people, in the world, just not in the boxing world, but all around. And I want to, be able to contribute to people and definitely kids. I think helping kids out and helping people out. That's like bring a lot of joy to me. Just watching you helping people out, giving them stuff and giving them advice and motivation, and really, kind of helping them out and turn them to a better person. I want to be a big influencer on people, and I want to just be one of the greatest that ever been in the ring before. So, and I also want to be known as a boxer puncher. That stay undefeated. A lot of great punchers like Mike Tyson and stuff. They be great in the prime, but I think it get to the point where they don't not let it go. All the way, and they end up losing like that. So I want to be able to keep my legacy going and stay undefeated.
Yeah, and you know what? Grow with you. Like let your game grow how you grow in age.
Right,
So raise your IQ, your ring IQ, and stay undefeated. You
right,
know what? It's a great, it'd be a great legacy to leave. And you know what? You're just starting it, man. And we'll
right,
see
right.
what time brings, right?
Hmm.
Um, Speaking of that, what do you believe are some of your strengths that make you excel in your division and as an athlete?
Uh, some of my strength that make me it's made me way more powerful. I can say definitely my strength. I'm very strong to be a 126er. My speed between my speed and power, that's a big attribute, and just me being athletic and seeing the fight, playing the fight and seeing things before it happened.
Very, very smart ring IQ. Okay, that's honestly, it's an ability to have, man. You are you are a big 126er, man.
Hmm.
You are, and you know what? You've had heavy hands from amateur, and it shows with
Right,
30 knockouts as an amateur, and
right.
guys are wearing headgear, man. You got some punch power, man. That's for damn sure. what what kind of daily routines does it take to gain that kind of strength? As like as a boxer, like what kind of what can you run us through like some of your gym training, some of your power exercises, what that you do to gain your strength?
To be honest, I really don't do nothing for my strength. I think it's just something natural. I always been strong since I just been growing up, and I just think a lot of my strength come from just being around the house and doing things around the house. Like since I've been young, I always been active and I always like to deserve things. So like digging shovels, raking. I've been working with my dad since I was young with lifting cones and things like that. Just over time for me being so young, just lifting heavy stuff, trying to keep up with the big guys, trying to lift what they lift. So I just think over time when I started that when I was young, so I think over time just built my strength and always working out and things like that. But it's nothing in particular that I do now or that I did back then just to, work on my strength. I think it's just something that, I kind of grew into.
Right. So staying pretty active all the time outside of boxing. If you were to say get a call to fight, how long would it take you from like right now till to be ready to get in the ring and fight? How long would you need?
2 weeks at the most. I,
2 weeks. You stay pretty active.
really 2 weeks. Just to get my body, get some good sparring to get a couple shot. I mean, I could say 2 weeks to a month, just so I can get great sparring like I need to. But I always stay in shape. I'm kind of like a gym rat. I mean, I can't. It's hard to stay out of the gym for a couple of days. I mean this my job. So I mean, and I just love the sport. So I love being around the gym. If I'm not working out, I'm trying to help the youth out or doing something in the gym that go help other people out. So I'm always in the gym. The longer I might be out is a couple of days, and that's hard. And that's only because my coach and my
You get
dad
the
keep me
itch to go
sharp.
back. You
Right.
can't stay away too long. It's your
Yeah.
family. It's your home.
Right.
Speaking of helping out the youth, do you have any like maybe thoughts about maybe coaching later on?
Yes. Yes, I kind of. That's one of the things I want to do when I retire too. Help out and probably promote a couple kids coming up, and be a great coach outside of being a great fighter.
um, Speaking of that, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 to 10 years? Your accomplishments. What do you want to achieve?
Um, in the next 2 to 3 years, I want to be a world champion at 126. I want to unify at 126 and move to 130 and try to unify there and just see where my body takes me because I don't know how much bigger I'll be, and so it's not a rush or nothing to jump from weight class to weight class, but I'm just trying to keep master weight class by weight class and get every belt I can.
Right. So you're a big 126. Do you find it hard to stay weight? Is it hard to cut?
No, it's not hard. Easy. I mean, once you diet and you focus, and I think everything is about discipline. So I'm very disciplined. So I mean, it's not hard.
Speaking of
Uh,
diet, what is your diet and nutrition plan kind of look like coming up to a fight? Do you follow like a strict eating plan, or you still hitting McDonald's?
oh no, I'll leave that long 2 months out. Like since for June 19th, I've been leaving. I left fast food alone already, so everything is strict now.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to keep it too much longer because I know you're a really busy man. Actually, want to ask you one more question. Do you want to be loved or feared?
Both. Both.
All right. So honestly, thank you for coming on, taking out the time out of your busy schedule, man. I know you're a busy man. Juggling school and fighting. Knuckle Up team is behind you. Talkin Fight team is behind you. Fans out there, we got him in the studio. We got him to answer questions. Now you know more about this guy. Make sure you tune in and watch this guy fight. He's got a fight coming up in June. We'll let you know who his opponent is. Haven, make sure you send us the links, and we'll definitely get you back on after that fight for sure. And yeah, man, keep it real, man. You're killing it, man, out there, and I love it. I can't wait to see you in the ring again, man. And you know what, Knuckle Up fans, view it, like it, share it, jab that like, hook, subscribe, knock out those comments, and we'll see you tomorrow. For Miyamoto from New Zealand, she's coming by the studio for an interview. And yeah, Haven, thank you again, man, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Much love, man. You got us. Talkin Fight families behind you.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Take it easy.
All right. Thanks for having me.